You will notice a repeating pattern if you watch enough gun-related media shows, study enough online firearms training videos, or attend enough training classes. Many, if not the majority, of them, feature shooting the bad man as the drill's goal. While this may be the acceptable outcome in cases where your or another person's life is in danger, it isn't always the case. As a result, we must all question if the scenarios for which we train are appropriate. In many circumstances, and for a variety of reasons, I believe they are not. Training considerations: we find ourselves studying how to act in various settings that include shooting the bad guy, for a variety of reasons. We all want to be able to safeguard our families and our property, therefore, we don't want the bad guy to take it or flee. We also want to be ready in case the worst-case scenario occurs. As a result, the majority of online videos and in-person training focused on the shoot-to-kill endgame. Instructors enjoy it because it is a basic and uncomplicated setting to teach and train. Unfortunately, this outcome is frequently excessive for real-world scenarios in which we may need to defend ourselves and our property with a firearm. We've grown up seeing evil guys in movies and on television being taken out by police enforcement, the military, or hired professionals, the so-called good guys, who are usually society's defenders. Many of the events we saw took place in eras and circumstances where the rule of law was not as strict as it is today, and the good guy was compelled to use deadly force. Legal limitations: the laws and regulations that govern your decisions and activities range from one state to the next. They differ not just between the federal and state levels, but also between each other jurisdiction, county, city, and even smaller communities and associations. Some states have a stand your ground laws, which means you don't have to retreat from a threat. Some people have a castle doctrines in place to protect themselves and their possessions when the bad guy is inside their home, you know, my home, my castle. Some allow trained individuals to intervene in a public situation if lives are in danger. However, some do not have any of these in place, and if you do what you believe is right and anything goes wrong, you face jail time and financial devastation. There's a lawyer attached to every bullet. We've all heard it, and as responsible gun owners/carriers, we're concerned about misses, over-penetration, and the danger of accidentally shooting an innocent bystander during a defensive firing. The perpetrator is accountable to the victims of his conduct. You're responsible for your victims. If you shoot a gun, it is your willful act, not his. If every bullet has a lawyer attached to it, make sure it's your lawyer. Keep in mind that each jurisdiction has its own variation on each scenario, so you must be familiar with the rules where you reside or travel.